Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti on Friday, March the 13th. Whew, not good for some, Pete.
No, just realised that when you said it. Friday the 13th.
Grand Prix off. No Grand Prix this weekend due to the concerns about the coronavirus. And I don't know where this is all going, Pete. We're not sure. So, you know, there's race club administrations are now looking at what they need to do, as well as the AFL and most sporting bodies around the country. And yeah, it's not a good position to be in with racing, breeding, or any industry in this country. So no one knows. It's unprecedented, and we'll just have to stand by to see what comes out of it, whether we can actually go and see our horse race, or whether we'll even have racing, full stop. So
well, that's the issue, isn't it?
No one knows. So
the crowd, big crowds, you know, obviously there's a lot of prevention there. Any events with big crowds, or they're just saying no. But with some sports they can go ahead. But yeah, look, it's going to be plenty sort of play out in the next few days.
The next month's going to be probably a little bit different to what we're used to in this country.
Yep. I know one thing, probably be okay at Kyne today.
You don't reckon there'll be many there?
No, I don't think so. Hopefully there's a couple of winners for us.
Probably, be interesting to see All-Star Mile tomorrow, just what the crowd's like there.
They did mention that a normal Saturday they may, would have rolled ahead without any implications, but there's probably going to be an extra 4,000 or 5,000 on course tomorrow. Anyway, the governing bodies will make a decision. Yeah.
All right, well, let's go back through our runners. There was plenty of them last week, and I think we go all the way back to last Saturday, do we?
Yep, went to Flemington. We had a couple of runners. First up, Serious Suspect. Second run at 1400. Damien Lane mentioned he was a passenger after 100 metres. The horse just sort of, I didn't say took off, but he certainly wanted to get to the lead, and he did a really good job to end up running second to the favourite, who's potentially a group horse, or a bit better.
Yeah.
We're only beaten a length and beat the rest by about 3, so great result.
I thought it was a good run. Plan was to sit outside the leader, but for some reason the horse decided to take charge and kick away in front, and as Damien said, there was no point fighting him, so he let him charge off, and I thought, oh well, he'll stop here and run midfield. But to his credit, he fought on, and when he got headed by that good horse, he actually fought back there for a couple of strides before the other horse nailed him and won by probably about a length.
Yeah, they're able to get Damien was just able to get him back on the bridle from the 8 to the 4, and then he kicked a little bit in the straight, and to his credit, he ran through the line as strong as the winner. The winner just probably had a little bit better run. Yeah.
So he's back here now at the farm. He'll have 14 days off just to freshen up. There's not a lot around for him at the minute, so we're just going to give him 14 days off, freshen him up,
back about
and reset him for the middle of the year. So Serious Suspect.
Southern France Australian Cup, finished 7th. I think beaten about 5 from memory. Ran through the line well.
You weren't happy with the ride, Pete?
So I never said nothing about that.
You said a lot about it off air.
Off air?
You said it was a shit ride.
Must have been a few of the others that I weren't standing with. Like general consensus, and Kieran and Dave ran quickly, and they just said, look, we're happy with that. He ran through the line. We all know 2000's not his go. He was never going to get 50 Stars was with us at the 300, beat us home by 4 lengths.
Yeah.
5 lengths.
Well, I didn't think it was much of a ride. I thought the horse ran good. Got into a nice rhythm. Hit the line strong. Never won under 2400. Probably not a firm track horse either. But when you start going inside horses and trying to ride pretty behind Vow and Declare and getting held up by a smart rider like Johnny Allen, you're never going to pick up your momentum again until it's all over. So I thought the ride was just. I'm sure the trainers behind the scenes would think the same. Just not, they don't say nothing, but at the end of the day, the horse ran well. I'd rather own Southern France and a couple of those other imports that finished well down the track.
There's a couple well behind.
So, he's on track. He'll hopefully go to the Tancred if everything goes right. He's pulled up a treat. They're very happy with him. He did not whack his joint in the run, but that's all good. Been checked out, there's nothing there. But no, he's good to go for the Tancred, as long as the Tancred's good to go.
Well, that's little issues we don't know.
We just don't know.
Monday we had the debacle with Yogi.
Yeah, disappointing there. Disappointing for everyone concerned. But the horse turns up in tip-top shape. Race he's been set for. We've been talking about 2 mile races for probably all of this year. Scratched on vet's advice based on his action. That's no different, according to the trainer today, than it was a year ago. But now in this day and age with horse welfare, these big group races, they trot them up, and if they don't like their action, they pull them out. Unfortunately, they have no recourse.
No.
Their word's the final word. So now we're back to square one. Have to produce x-rays and trot him up and see if we can get a clearance from the RVL vets. So he's up at Ballarat undergoing all that process, and from that we'll just have to determine what his future is, Pete.
I saw him yesterday and he bowled along the sand, then went up the hill track, and you would just think, well, what's wrong with this horse?
No. So at the end of the day, you know, welfare comes first, so if they're not happy with his action, then they won't let him run. So I don't know where we stand going forward here, but Karen and Dave will have to sort it out with the stewards and the vets, and hopefully we can be prepared in the future, and maybe these people need to be aware of these things, because if he's structurally fine and that's just the way he walks, then that's just the way he walks.
Yeah.
No one wants to see a horse break down on the track. You know, I don't. And if he wasn't right, I'd want him scratched.
And the same token, that's right, you'd be thinking the trainers totally respect the welfare of the horse.
And it's hard for these stewards and vets that see him for the first time in their life, you know, that they train to look for things that don't look right, and that's their job. So, you know, I don't know what the answer is, Pete. I really don't. But no, it was unfortunate. There's not a lot of 2 mile races around.
Nah.
So, you know, we've got options, I don't know.
They're going to
maybe
work.
Andrew Ramsden, maybe Sydney Cup or the Kiwi Tour or those races if they go ahead. It's very uncertain times.
Dave thought that they're going to look and work back from the Queensland Cup and see what there's a chairman's at Sydney. There's races there. They just need to get all this vet stuff cleared out, and then they can map a program. Tuesday at Kilmore, Mitch Freeman's got it right. Third up, I'll win with this horse. Here to Fox. About 100 metres after start, I don't know if we all thought she was going to win, but patient ride and took the right runs, and she was too strong on the line. Yeah,
third up. Credit to the trainer. Done a good job with this mare, mind you. It was, what, a 58?
I said in the pre-race, you know, she'd want to be winning this if she's right.
Well, she's in work because we want to try and see if we can win a city race with her, being a mare. Otherwise, you know, we probably would say to the owners it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But Mitch was adamant that he thinks she can win or place in town, so he wanted to take her there to get that win on the board and get her rating up a bit. And, you know, young Will Price rode her really well. I think he's the son of that Simon Price from South Australia, who was a gun rider.
Good genetics.
But, you know, he took the shortcuts and hit the line well to hang on, and pulled up well, and she'll go on a merry way and may well go to Sandown in a couple of weeks.
Little gear change, the winkers might have helped her in the game, but certainly she travelled better. Sandown, April 1st or the week before, I think it was packing. There was a couple of options, but he's keen to go to Sandown, even though it is 1200, but it's 1200 at Sandown, just sort of like 1300. So
perfect.
Couple options there. Sono Dulce, Wednesday up at Doomben.
Yep.
Probably just got a bit bogged down there, and that was a consensus. She ran well, just probably not suited on that real, I don't know if it was sloppy, but it was a heavy surface.
Yeah.
Beaten 5.
Yeah, well, they had 75 mils of rain, and if that happened here, we wouldn't race. But ended up being a 7, sticky 7. But Liz and I made a surprise appearance on track. Probably one of the best pre-races you'd ever see.
I did see it.
One of the best pre-race interviews I've ever done in my life. That'll go down in history. It's been the best for those who saw it. They would have had a giggle. Poor old Damien Batters didn't know what to do.
He was left with speechless, as was
the strapper. Yes,
she didn't want to have nothing to do with it.
No, she rides that alligator blood, that girl.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, in track work. But anyway, Sono Dulce, came out funny at the start, sort of kangaroo hopped a bit. Came out, sat back worse than where we wanted to be. Obviously the fence was no good. They were winning down the centre. She got held up a bit, made a bit of a run at them, but it was never going to be in the finish. Probably did well to run where she did.
Yeah.
So she'll go to a mile in 2 weeks. We need to get back on top of the ground, and that'll probably be her last race. She's actually achieved what we set out to achieve, and that was win a race before she goes to stud. Now we're just being greedy and trying to get a win or a place in town, but we'll give her one more crack.
find the right race in a firm track, you never know. Notebook yesterday at Warrnambool. It was a bit sort of chalk and cheese to her last run where she really travelled well, and yesterday she struggled to sort of get into the race when you had to, but she still ran okay. She was sort of good in the straight. Yeah, fifth she ran.
Yeah, I can see why people think she needs a mile, but I think once again she's a little bit similar to Sono Dolce. She's probably, you know, she was great last time in the right conditions, didn't get the right conditions yesterday, and you can see on the corner she was off the bridle and not going anywhere, as was Lindsay Smith's horse, which they rate very highly.
Ran fourth, did it?
And then only just beat us, so I didn't see much making ground there yesterday, Pete. You sort of had to be up there for some reason. I don't know why, because it was a strong headwind and normally the leaders stopped, but they just kept kicking there. So anyway, look, it was probably a pass mark. He'll muck around with her and freshen her up, and he'll give her another go, and we'll just see where we end up.
Yep. Last night, a couple of results at Pakenham. We'll talk Angel Lass first. She just got pipped off. She was good. That mirrored her run fortnight earlier, and she's held her form and just got beaten by one. Had the momentum up down the middle of the track. I think while she was looking for runs, this thing was building. And
yeah, it was sort of on its bike, and she was waiting for the split, wasn't she? But she did zoom through and probably gave us half a sight, but most times the horse on the outside wins, don't they?
When they get clear air from 300.
They just win. But
no,
she
was good.
She only did not get beat that far.
Knocking on the door.
She'll win one of them with the right run.
And Road to Fay, he was better for his first hit out at the mile. The mile a fortnight ago. And I love the rider Brad in that.
That was a great ride.
It just looked like they were going to run him, and he just kept a little bit in the locker, and he kidded to the horse, and it kept responding, and look, he's only won by a head. But
yeah, if you haven't seen that run last night where he wins by a head, just go and watch the replay, because it was a very smart ride where he just travelled and he just kidded to him, and just got him over the line. And yeah, interestingly enough, he thinks he'll run 2,000. So the further you go, the easier it gets. They tell me. So
it's like the kid in the schoolyard, and he's running and he's just teasing his opponents, and there's always something in the locker.
So that was a good week, Pete. A couple of winners.
2 winners and a couple of seconds. I think we said last week we'll be round about the money, and
good to see. So yeah, they've all got to step up to the next level now. So it'll be interesting to see how they go.
Yep. Coming up, as I mentioned, I'm heading off to Kyneton. We've got 3 runners.
Yeah, it's a shame I can't get there, Pete. But
3 good each way chances at good each way prices. We'll start off with Street Baby, the Street Boss with Daniel Bowman.
First starter,
fielded 9, drawn 8. That's probably a little bit awkward around Kyneton, but she showed a little bit of toe in her trial, so I think they'll ride her out of the gate comfortably. If she can lob sort of midfield, that'll be a good position to be, but you just don't want to get caught through wide either. So that's up to Declan Bates to make that happen early, and if she can get the right run.
What price is she?
She's $12. I think Daniel's confident she can be competitive. I don't know if you can.
Well, you saw a trial.
Yeah,
you told me she went like a jet.
She trialled really well.
You keeping this one in for yourself?
No, I've told everyone, the owners, they'll get this after the race.
Well,
there's a bit of I've looked at the favourites, $2.25.
Who trains?
Corstons. It ran 4th in a maiden. Similarly, it's beaten 3 lengths. Only start. That's not
super form.
So I'd say she's 12 to 1 because she's new, kid on the block.
Daniel says she's got the ability to run top 3.
Yep.
He's just not sure whether she's mentally ready for it, and she's got no race smarts. So look, she'll either just jump out and be too good and do everything right and win, or she'll get a bit lost and a bit upset and overawed by the occasion, and she'll stuff it up and run 6th. Yeah. That's the way it'll be one or the other.
The mechanics are there for her to be a nice.
She's probably good enough to be winning, but whether she's just street smart or ready race smart, I'm not sure. But we'll know today.
That's actually, she's the 3rd race. The race before is Crackerjack Lady.
Yep.
She had the preparation where it culminated with a run at Swan Hill and then to the paddock, and she seemingly come back a better horse by her trials. They've gone to 1,480 or whatever it is, 1,469. David Eustace and the team believe she's a top 3 chance, very competitive.
Well, she's certainly going really well this prep in the trials I've seen, and she's been trialling at like Cranbourne, proper places. And this time, last time in, she was sort of struggling. I think they were struggling to keep the weight off her, struggling to get her fit and eat. And they gave her that run before they turned her out just for education. And I think it's done the trick. And a good break. She seems to have had a faultless prep, and she seems to be a different horse this time in. She seems to be travelling in amongst them, up near them, and hitting the line really well. I thought a Cranbourne trial was pretty good for a maiden. And look, if she runs like she trialled, I don't know what price she is, but she's certainly $12. Well, she's one that's probably over the odds in my mind. And wouldn't surprise me if she started 6.
Yeah, 2
Especially
points.
when you get on.
2 points. Won't help anyone that's going to have a bet after they say it. Harry Coffey chased me down Monday. Where's that little grey filly going? And I sent a message to David Eustace prior to the pre-race I did, and I said there's a couple of owners keen to have a punt. Yeah, have a crack each way.
There you go. Too late, guys. Morgs has done this deliberately. Normally he'd have it out before the race. He's holding it back. He's holding it back.
Anyway, so there we go. She'll run well, I think. Yeah, she's drawn 2, so she's going to get.
Do you think David Eustace is very accurate?
I reckon he's very accurate.
You like him? You reckon he's a gun?
Don't ask him often, but just every now and then he feeds you some nice advice.
A few little gold nuggets, eh?
A few nuggets for the battlers. 4 races later, race 7, we've got Serious Deal back to Kyneton. Obviously, he was meant to run there a fortnight ago when they got flooded out. 1875 metre, 58 I think it is, claim with young Jaden Lloyd. 56, ticks that off nicely. Gate 9, but he's a roll forward type horse. We'll try and position him in the first 4 or 5, maybe. Might work out that he goes. Probably will because of the break, because we had Morphettville, which would be a month ago now, and then we had the Kyneton race, which is called off, and then we've gone to Kyneton. So they roll him up and down that hill track. I think the Kamani stable, he'll have him fit enough to be running well.
What price is that?
$7 or $8. And I noticed that
he won there the other time, didn't he?
The form guru on racing.com picked him to run 2nd today. Ran 4th there first up.
Yeah.
Okay. It may have rained by then, 4:30, but I don't know whether that'll worry him too much. He was good on the heavy. And
no, he gets through it. I don't know. What to think?
Look, he needs to be finished. I reckon he needs to be finishing. If he's not winning, top 3.
It's got to be tempo related though, hasn't it? Because when he went to Adelaide, they sort of sat and sprinted, and then he sort of got left flat-footed. So
I think that's why we need to roll forward.
And that's why he's gone to Kyneton. It's just a tight little track, and they'll run along a bit. So I think his strategy's right. He's not convinced himself he can win today, but I think whatever he does today will improve on. But I doubt we'd be walking away today disappointed.
No, if he's not winning, we won't. But I think he'll run well. And then you can confidently push out to 2,000 plus, which is probably in his ballpark. Tomorrow, as we sit here, we've got 2 runners. Geelong, we've got My Shiny Choice, and Caulfield, we've got Igniter in the final of that Grand Challenge Distance Championship, or whatever it's called. We'll start there, Yandalong, Gate 6, 2400. We meet Grand Promenade, who's been our nemesis the last 2 starts. I think first time we ran, we carried 1.5 more than him. At Ballarat, he carried 1.5 more than us. Tomorrow, he carries 4 kilos more than us.
How much weight does he have to give us before we can beat him?
We were only a neck away last time, over 2,000.
2,400 tomorrow.
We'd like that Caulfield speed.
Firmer the better for us.
Yeah, but the rain's are key, isn't it?
How much rain?
I don't know. You were saying it could be.
Well, they say it could be 20 mil.
Yeah.
So hey, it's hard to say. Surely they wouldn't have watered the track today, given that it's going to rain. So
they might be gun shy after the last time. No,
I don't know either. But,
so there's a big question mark.
What's he run? 5 seconds in a row.
4.
Maybe I've jinxed him. 5.
He's 4:40.
I'm surprised.
Well,
there's only 10 runners in the race, but it's very congested at the top, isn't it?
There's obviously.
So how does it work, Pete? We've drawn well. Let's assume the track. Let's assume they don't get a lot of rain.
Yep. So
then we race on a 3 or a 4, and there's a bit of leader bias. Can we beat the favourite?
To beat him.
Can we beat him? Leader bias
the weight
on
swing
the
around.
3 and 4 and the weight swing around. Can we beat him? If we can't beat him tomorrow on that condition, we'll never beat him.
No, that's right.
Is that right?
I agree.
He's a grade above us, yeah. So I reckon we get our chance tomorrow to beat him.
We've got a lead.
I still think 440 short, given that he's beaten us 3 times
What's
in a
he?
row.
$3.
Yeah, he should be $1.05 and we
But
should be $19.
That's another 2.5 kilos swing around.
And it's 2,400.
Yeah.
But however, if we end up and the track plays really fair and it is rain affected, well, that horse is bred to swim in mud pies.
Ours. Oh,
No,
his,
the other one.
yeah.
And we don't like it too wet.
We've been twice.
We failed both times in the wet.
Well
so,
down the track.
So if it's wet, I think it takes us pretty much out of the game.
Yeah.
So I think it's just going to be a case of depends which track we get.
Yeah.
And,
I
the
totally
bias of the
agree.
track. So I'd like to see leader bias firm,
Yeah.
and I'd like to see a bit of shepherding going on
I reckon
behind us.
we would have been a winning chance 2 weeks ago.
It's a shame Dean Yendel's not bigger and hasn't got bigger elbows, because he's only got little elbows, hasn't he?
Just to knock a few out of the road, G-Boss style.
We need a bit of help here, guys. We need a bit of help.
I
Something
think even conditions with a nice, like you said, a 4 is an undeniable chance. There's a couple of others in the race as
There
well.
is. We haven't talked about it. Probably one of them will beat us both.
Yeah, well, it's
It's
funny.
not an easy
On Get
race.
On last night, they went around our form and went, I can't remember, number 2, they went around that form and I thought, I don't know if I'll be skipping away from Grand Promenade form.
He's a very exciting
Yeah.
horse. I mean, I wouldn't mind owning him.
No, and you know, it's $180,000 race.
Trained by a couple of mugs too.
Yeah.
Mar and Useless.
That's what some say. Married useless. Oh dear. Anyway, let's hope we get the conditions.
Good luck to all the owners. You deserve a win, fair dinkum. 4 seconds in a row. It's probably cost us 150.
Yeah, well, he's won about 180. He probably could easily have had 350.
Yeah. Anyway, let's hope he picks up the 120 tomorrow.
Geelong, about 5 o'clock.
I reckon I can do both races.
I was going to say, I'm down at Geelong.
Hey?
Oh, well,
You going fishing?
well, we're down there with no crowd. St Pat's Day Cup.
Is it?
St Pat's Day must be next Tuesday, or Thursday, I think next Tuesday.
You wearing the green?
Don't the Japanese say green's the
Oh, you don't wear it
colour?
on the racetrack.
Righto.
No.
Oh, you don't wear green.
No.
That's the opposite, righto. No, I'll be wearing the blue.
I reckon we can do both tomorrow. So we might go. If we're allowed to go, we might go.
Yeah, well, you might only have to.
We might be allowed to go
choice,
anyway.
Yeah. My shiny choice, he's drawn 12, but that won't
That's not
matter.
good.
I don't reckon it
Doesn't he
matters.
have to lead?
Didn't he draw 20 at bloody Waterville? He won?
Yeah, but he jumped out before the others.
They're going to push forward, and Damien Thornton.
What price is he?
Actually, I haven't looked. Geelong will be up, would they?
Yeah, Geelong. Oh, maybe not. Is it? What's he
I
say?
would
Any hope?
Oh, Matty likes him. Yeah, it's a strong enough.
Well, he was
78,
good.
but he
He
got
ran-
beaten by Righty No. I mean,
well, that's fair for him.
Would he be probably even money in that race?
Right, yeah, it'd be $3.20,
Yeah. Oh,
$2.70.
I'd take that if he was in it.
What is it? What rating? 78.
Yeah.
Well, he needs
But
to run.
That's what it was last time.
He needs to run to that form, doesn't he?
If he runs to that form,
He'd be winning.
very hard to beat.
Shame he drew 12 because he's flying the horse.
And the weather won't. Sorry, the track bias. Track conditions won't worry him.
Doesn't
either,
matter.
if it- No.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway, I'll have a look here and see if we've got any. No odds up.
No odds.
No odds up.
No odds.
He's a $4 or $5 chance.
Is
I
it?
reckon.
How many in it? Well, there's obviously 12.
Dozen. Yeah.
No scratchings.
Not at this stage. No.
Right.
But he's a winning chance on his best form. Last
All right.
run.
So,
And then that's
Yep.
Saturday done. Monday, I think it's race 3 again. Tuesday, Cranbourne. Whitemore first up, that should say. Whitemore.
yeah, he'll take a run.
Yeah, got Jai McNeil, gate 1, 1200, Benchmore.
What day is that?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. It's unusual for them to race on a Tuesday.
I can't remember Cranbourne ever racing on a Tuesday. Usually a trial on Monday or Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah, he's probably, like you said, take a run or two. And I think 1400-ish is sort of his best go, but fresh, he might run a race.
6 starters for the week.
Yep.
Who's your pick?
If I knew I can get the conditions igniter,
Yeah.
I think my shiny choice is a good bet. No, I reckon all our horses will run well today at Kite.
Well, they all run top 5.
Jeez, yeah, I reckon they will.
I reckon they'll all run.
I reckon they'll all run top
I reckon,
5.
in fact, for the whole week, apart from Whitemore,
He could still run top 5 with a run for
he takes a
one.
run. But I reckon of all those ones going around today and tomorrow,
Yep, all way in.
they can all weigh in.
Yep. And
if I had my last 20,
yeah.
who would I put it on? I got no petrol in the car, Pete. I need money to get home. I'm not putting the 20 in. I'm going to bet it.
Yeah, better.
Who do I put it on?
I think you'll be.
Who's the safest?
The safest there. Geez, that's hard. I think for a fact, if we get the conditions and a horse that leads, and he's there, and I'll tell you, he's going to be there at the 150. I reckon Igniter. I reckon you go.
All right. So we're going to trust Griffiths and Yendall.
Yeah,
I reckon.
I like Crackerjack Lady.
I was just going to say, my last 20.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll wait till tomorrow. I think I'll go off today.
Well, yeah, you could have a little bit tomorrow.
I'll put it on Crackerjack Lady each way.
When a jockey chases you down and a trainer...
What was the last horse you chased us down about, Harry? Remember he chased us down about another horse?
Too.
He said, oh, I like that horse.
Was it an Irishman? He never got the ride.
Never got the ride.
And they won first up.
Harry, there's no point chasing down Morgs. It doesn't help.
Oh, he rode at a different meeting, I think. Well, that was the thing. We wanted to get Harry and ended up going, and it didn't work. But who got that right? Jared Lorenzini.
How many winners do we have for the this year so far?
We've got 19 now, but we've had February, March been good.
So up to 9.
I reckon it's 8 since the start of February.
Yeah, so we've had half our winners in the last 8-10 weeks. Yeah.
We had that period, December, January, where we probably broadcast that we're going to be slow.
Yeah, we didn't have many ready to go.
And to be fair, there's still a lot of horses to come through the system. There's some up and about, like Hasseltoff has been nominated this weekend, not running, but he'll be in the next
He's getting
week.
close, yeah. Well, these first starters can take a run or two.
Motley Prince not far away again, and there's a few, Rotorua, so, when some of these will...
We're just looking at our stats this year, last year. We've had 70 less starters, I think it was.
Isn't it?
Yeah, and that's, look, we've moved a lot of horses on.
10 a month, I think it worked out to be less.
We've moved a lot on because they just weren't paying their way. So, there's no fun in that if they're not paying their way or not giving you some fun on the track. We don't want to be running around running the 7th every week or 8th with them and paying $3,500-4,000 a month or maybe more.
Cruel at the percentages.
Cruel on me because I'm paying up too. So, we have got less starters going around, and I've been pleased with the way things have gone over the last 8 weeks. But
we're up to about 13.5 now, and about 30. We were running a little low for a while, but that's getting to where we were last year. 13% winners to runners is about where we sit. Yep.
I'd like to sit at 16, but it's very hard to do. Particularly when you've got horses running in those top end races like Yogi and Southern France, where and Serious Suspect even. Those city class wins are hard to get. Hard, very hard when you get to your level. So.
And a young one's coming through. You're always
waiting.
Serious deal, 2 or 3 runs, and he's probably at the stage now where you want to cash in. We've got our Dandunos and all that. They're probably going to take time and
we won't see them much.
No,
I don't think we'll see them much until the spring, and then we'll
find
out if they're any good or not. Well, that's all we've got for this week.
Yep.
So a lot of uncertainty around in the Australian economy and the racing and breeding industry. We've got the Sydney Carnival coming up, the Golden Slipper, All-Star Mile tomorrow. Got the Easter sales. Are they going to go ahead? There's Magic Millions. Big Weenley mare sale going to go ahead. It's uncertain times in the country, and the share market's down. Sounds like a Coles ad. So a lot of uncertainty in the game, and we just got to hope that all these things they're putting in place help the whole situation get through this as quick as we can and come out the other side.
It's hard to forecast ahead.
We've got no idea, Pete.
No.
But it'd be terrible if we had either no racing or racing without crowds. It'd be terrible. But if it's necessary, it's necessary.
Yeah, as long as the right prevention methods are put into place, we can't do much more about it. So, anyway.
All right. Well, that's a wrap from ATB-TV this week. I'm Darren Dance and Peter Morganti. All the best for the weekend.